Okay, we are back. The salt has worn off a little bit. Low on potions. And my money's taken a bit of a hit. That said, if I want to go make a bunch of money, I just have to start selling some things. I was just hoping that I could have a large supply before I started doing so. This guy's new. Hi. Suppose you must be Mr. Will, am I right? Dimensional Watchers sent me to make you an incredible offer to express its compromise with Rynoka's union to the ICT. We've designated an agent to open a stall here. He'll trade with you objects from other dimensions that will be most certainly be of use to enhance your equipment, and help close that peculiar portal. Needless to say, he'll offer items you won't find anywhere else. Would those come in handy? Sure. Fantastic. You won't be disappointed, I promise. Representative will open a little stand in Rynoka. Make sure to pay him a visit. Okay, so I don't think we have any new investments that we can make. Right? Oh, right. There was the weird banker guy, but the banker guy never was useful. Okay. Oh yeah. So there is new gear. Oh. So this is the new equipment. Holy crap, it's expensive. So it actually looks like I'm gonna have to run previous dungeons. Because yeah, this is the old headbands. Old regular armor. I really wish you were actually just continuously upgrading the same set that you used to have. But yeah, there is shiny new gear. It's just hidden at the butt end of everything. And drastically increases my defense. Well, that'll certainly make the new DLC easier. And yeah, there are actually new weapons that you can grab as well. The one thing is 400 damage is oh well, yeah, it's 100% worth it. Look at all that damage. We lose the status effect, but we gain like plus freaking thousands of damage. Some of these things though, let's see. I'm gonna add this to the wish list. I'm gonna add that to the wish list. The only weapons? Yeah, because that's a... Oh. I don't remember that helmet, necessarily. Or no, that is what I'm using, actually. I think? Maybe I'm not. But yeah, so I'm gonna need... I've got some of the materials required. The money, on the other hand, though, is gonna be an issue. Maybe. But we gotta go back and get cling wrap, cloth, and some other stuff. So how do we check? Golem dungeon. Because we might want to actually just run the golem dungeon. Because that has fabric. This one has the desert steel sheet. Okay, so we might want to do desert. There's still some stuff that I haven't grabbed before as well. I guess the other thing we could do is actually do like a real quick run of every dungeon and just like crush them into oblivion. I guess first option is, what do I need for this spear? 5 fire tablets. Let's see if I can buy them from the guy that drastically increases prices. I don't like him. But he does carry what I need. And it's not actually that expensive. compared to not having to go back to that dungeon. We should probably still do it now that I'm thinking about it, but it's not exorbitantly expensive for me to grab these now, and it'll make running it later easier. Because then I'm just going to be kitted out in the finest of gear. Okay, so I can make the hat. That still needs the flex film and that needs the fabric. But we can get this. Yeah, that needs stuff that I don't even have. Can I make this? Okay, so if I go into my equipment, grab the Valkyrie Spear instead of the shield, Composite Armor Helmet 1, there. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is a real quick run of... I'm going to do a real quick run of everything. I'd say, like, all the old dungeons that I used to do. Because there's rings that I haven't grabbed, and pets, and some other things. Maybe? Do I care, or do we just keep running the, Because this is tech. There's like a couple of resources, like plastic film, for example, that we can still get. And then 2 rings. And then here has a whole bunch of rings. Unless they're all the same rings. No, so these rings are new. There's also some real fancy weapons we can get in here. What the hell? I mean, look at all that stuff. I don't know, we might be better off just really pushing hard on the new dungeon and just ignoring the old. Unless I get real desperate. Let's see, do we warp to floor 2? Let's do floor 2. Because we'll have a mid-boss at the end of it. No matter what, I want to fight the mid-boss. At the end, because I want to grab what I can. And mid-bosses tend to drop rings and associated other stuff. Okay. Well, that new weaponry is certainly going to make a difference. So, let's see. That's how we switch weapons. I was wondering how we were supposed to do well here, because I wasn't seeing the new weaponry previously, and of course I should have scrolled down. I still think the UI on that smith probably could have been a smidge better. To show, like, hey, by the way, there is more down here. But I will grant. Ow. I will grant I should have noticed that the scroll bar went further down. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, thank you, Nebulas, for the 7-month resub. I was live. How are you doing? I hope you are having a nice, relaxing something evening. Poop. Ah. Ah. Whoop. Yeah, now we actually do enough damage to, let's see. Now we actually do enough damage to reasonably hurt the enemies we're fighting. Which will be nice. Because previously, I was not. Okay, quick move all. Now that gets rid of a curse. Probably should have uncursed the one that we had 4 for, but whatever. And yeah, the defense bonus from the armor already is making a massive difference. These guys don't hit nearly as hard as they used to. Let's see. I could buy some healing potions, but I don't think I need it. Oh, ow. Does everybody in this dungeon just make you drop shit? When you take damage, because that's kind of wildly unappreciated. It's not the end of the world, it's just like... I'm gonna miss this status effect on this bow, though, when we make the upgrade. But it'll be worth it. We'll do so much more. Right. That's that. And yeah, at some point, I'm gonna sit down. Whoops. At some point, I'm gonna sit down and actually sell some of the items that we've accrued from this dungeon. And probably make millions of gold. Once I've assessed what all I can get. Okay. So we got in this. What are you? A thief gauntlet. Okay, so what is the thief gauntlet? Famous type of gloves, beloved by robbers. When transformed, they make enemies drop items in exchange of users' health. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a weapon. Not enough resources for this. Oh, yeah, I don't have enough slime goop. But we still got rooms left in this dungeon that I can work with. Okay, let's get rid of the rich. Let's get rid of the jellies. At least a handful of these things we don't need currently. Let's see. Ow. Ow. Oh! He yoinks my... It really does feel like everybody here just yoinks your shit. Because he yoinks my healing items. Not that it's, like, that big of a deal, but still. Okay, so there's the 75 that I needed. Let's see. Quick move all. We have enough? Perfect. Okay, so let's... break that. Didn't have anything interesting on it. Let's go back up again. Actually, I like the fact that you can lose items while raiding. I do and I don't. It's really inconvenient, especially if you get one shot real fast. Okay. So this is a Thief Gauntlet 2. Okay, so I can hurt myself to yoink items from enemies. Interesting. I'm gonna warp out. We're just gonna do that a couple of times. Do you need ammo for bows in this game? Nope. Okay, do we open shop? We pretty much have to. Well, no. I could just keep redoing that. Oh. Oh! So those gloves that I just unlocked... I wonder if I could have uncursed it. Like, used an uncursing item or something. Because, yeah, it actually... We squandered it. Okay. It's an interesting question. My general inclination is just to keep adventuring for now. What's this? It's like a box here, but I guess I can't do anything with it yet. Here's the new guy. Dear Rat Scholar, this town still uses dead organic matter for housing. Oi, what do you want, Topfer? Am I just a disgruntled Sharpclaw, wondering why he is here? Watchers shipped me to this backwater town to rep the ICT. Interdimensional Commerce Treaty, if you're unaware. It's a process of allowing interdimensional trade and travel. Can't open the dimensional lanes till the portal's closed, though, so for now, I'm here to begin the Haggle Initiative. To receive new artifacts, you must offer artifacts of equal value, then decide if the trade is worth it. So please, stop wasting my time, put something up, or leave me be. So I can trade various things for materials. Interesting. Okay. I don't necessarily know if that guy's actually going to be that useful, but kind of neat. Okay, if we do enchantments... So, I can enchant this. Why are there 3 and why do 2 of them suck? I am unsure. Okay, also at the cost of the last of my money, I could get an extra 200 damage on the Valkyrie Spear. That's probably not, at least for now. Because I should probably open up the shop and actually start selling stuff. But I've been content adventuring for the most part. Mainly because I'm not running out of supplies, so if I can just hoard like an insane amount of stuff, then we open up and just go... let's see... Will you be checking out MechWarrior 5? I think I'm gonna wait to see the reviews. Unfortunately, my experiences with the MechWarrior series haven't been bad. Okay, he just yoinked an item. Which is unacceptable, obviously. Okay. Why don't we send those home immediately? I want to keep the decursify thing. Because if I can actually use that, I might be able to... I might actually be able to use that to my advantage here. And keep those transformable gloves. Ow. Well, I'm liking this spear. The extra reach on it is definitely keeping some enemies off of me. We might want to consider... Ooh, okay. Let's see. Put that there. Move that around. Move these over. Okay, there we go. It's very hard for me to keep a solid train of thought here, unfortunately. Anyway, so to finish my thing about MechWarrior 5. Let's see. I will... Ooh. I will potentially play it. It really depends on, are the reviews good? Do I have time? Because unfortunately, MechWarrior games historically are kind of on the longer, more grindy side of things, and that's a little tougher on me. All right, just time and scheduling wise, and also Harmony Gold is kind of a dick, so I really have no idea like what they've done to impact MechWarrior 5 in general. So we'll see how it goes, but it's on the list. I'm also curious if it's gonna have like multiplayer stuff, because that would certainly make a difference as far as I'm concerned. Not a huge one. Ow. Okay. Luckily, this spear is strong enough to keep the golems off me, so I can just bonk him back forever. And yeah, it looks like we've got plenty of slime. I wonder if the interdimensional goo that I keep picking up, if that's temporary to the dungeon I'm in, so I really didn't squander that much. That probably is the case, now that I think about it. Okay, so that's how this works. So the Thief Gauntlet is not... I can only use it here. But I just have it for this dungeon. Artifact will disappear when exiting the dungeon. Doesn't work. Okay. If I had to guess, Giant Slime is going to Giant Slorp into two slightly less Giant Slimes. And then rinse repeat. Not sure if it's worth it. Okay. Electro. Ow. Wow. Ow. Okay, the slime that it exploded out into hurts really freaking bad. That's fine. We're good. Yeah, these gloves do pack a punch. Let's see. Ghost gloves. Okay, so let's grab the rich jelly. Pretty much every bit of jelly I'm just gonna sell. And we're gonna go give to this guy. Okay. So we've unslimed the ghost gloves, and we've got 45, so we might as well grab it and see how it goes. Let's see, ghost gloves. Oh. I already had one. Well, unfortunately, it does not look like I will... I have a means of de-sliming. Can I sell? He gave me a coin. I see. So that's what the ghost gloves do. Okay, so... let's go back to the thief gloves for the time being. And I'm assuming they're both level 2, correct? Yeah, ghost gloves 2. So it's based on the level of the thing I got. Yeah, I unlocked it and then I got another one. I wasn't sure if I'd unlocked it, given it to him. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay. So I don't actually get that much from Yoink. But it's something. Okay, we good? I think we're good. I'm going to probably stick to punching for the time being. Anyway, I don't think you can de-slime them. The benefit to these weapons is you can pick them up for free, more or less. They just cost the in-dungeon resource, the slime. Maybe there's a way to de-slime them on future levels. What am I doing on stuff? And I don't think I can do the merchant emblem, period. So, we're just going to try and go down and we'll see how it works. Yeah, the gauntlets use HP to hit. Yeah, both do. One shoots projectiles, which probably is actually quite powerful. And the other makes it so the enemy will drop more items, like maybe on the third hit or something. I'm not necessarily sure if they're a good idea over my spear, though. I'm probably just going to stick to my spear, at least for a little while. Because this way it doesn't clog my inventory either. Okay, so we've got some breakable bits. We got some things. How much is light essence worth? Biscuits. I know magnetite isn't worth much. Glass lenses, I don't think are very good. Pure acid, I'm pretty sure I've never sold. Petals are not worth much of anything. These are worth like 500, give or take. I got a lot that I can get out of my inventory if I want to get rid of stuff. And I kind of do. We might as well send that back, because that's a full stack. Might as well convert those. Let's see. And grab the rest. Is there anything more valuable sitting around in my inventory? Because those glass plates have a high chance of breaking. Yeah, break if you receive too many hits. Which is pretty much a done deal, given the situation. Because these enemies hurt. Let's see, we got some more slime. I think I'm always going to roll this bow, though. Kind of no matter what. Well, not this bow necessarily, but a bow. It's just so handy for taking out some of these, like, harder to get at enemies. Because most of them, like... most of the harder to get at enemies are... Oops. Oh, I hit a healing item. Eh. But you know what? I'm going to get rid of the dimensional resistant glass. It's worth a small amount. Let's get rid of the plant flesh. Gotta remember not to pull the healing potion button. Because that's a stupid idea. Okay. Especially because I had one of these right there. Up yoinking my bits. Oh, okay. That guy does have a couple of different types that he chucks out. That's kind of effective. I don't use the spear charge that often because it puts me up close and personal with something I don't want to be up close and personal with. 90% of the time. Okay. Bone. Can you fully heal up, use up healing pools? Yes, you can. Let's see. Healing pools can dry up. It depends on the dungeon you're in, on how much HP, but it takes... It's gonna take a lot to use up that healing pool, for example. But on some of the earlier dungeons, yeah, they'd burn up after, like, 100 HP, give or take. I think fire gems are okay. I've already read this one, yeah? Okay, so we could go down a level, buy some healing potions. I'm confident, probably, as long as we don't run into a mimic. Mimics are our death. Everything else I can kind of work with. If there's a Gauntlet that references Cat and Falcon, I'll be a bit surprised. No. Okay, it's down. Man, the difficulty curve on this dungeon is brutal. I think this is part of the reason why I ran into trouble is because, yeah, that guy does 250 damage. Like, very clearly, I am rolling inferior gear for this. Sucks a bit. So I'd like to go a bit deeper, but... yeah, if the damage is gonna triple compared to floor 2, I might not be able to. Then we've also got Stanky Steve here. Oh! Okay. This is tighter than I'd like it to be. Because that does a lot of damage. And I don't do nearly as much. Okay, still, that gets me some stuff that I can work with. So we could probably get rid of the empowering crystal, because if we want to get a lot of that, we can just go elsewhere. Let's see. I'm assuming. Oh wait, we've seen water spheres before. I thought the water spheres definitely used to have a different visual design. And those spores aren't that helpful. Okay, I don't know what that thing is. Or if it'll be particularly useful. Do we go back at this point? We probably should. Anything more than this, I'm gonna get dunked. Because it's very clear I'm gonna need to make some money and get some new equipment before I do too much of anything. Alright. Well, I guess, do we figure out pricing on stuff? I mean, it's halfway tempting to just min-max with a guide. Just be like, how much is this thing worth? Because I never did that on the main, I never did that with the actual, like the original playthrough on this game.